I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
Invasive species are one of the biggest issues facing our natural resources and the environment today. Think of things like Dutch elm disease, the spotted lanternfly, and cats. Perhaps the most dangerous of these is the Homo caput stercoris, commonly referred to as the front plater. An invasive species coming from New York, New Jersey, and anywhere else that has a license plate on the front of their car. The biggest threat from this pest is the spread of excrement. These savages cause harm to many native species and have even spawned an entirely new one, the Beltsville lake monster. Here at the DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge, we have a dedicated group of volunteers working tirelessly to clean up the mess. The team of emergency responders for dispersion and skimming, or the turds. But the job is just too big, and we can't do it without your help. So be a hero, be a turd. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway Free V Series. Going to kick things off tonight for the TNT Rock Block qualifications just getting underway. Just over 3/4 of a mile in length. This is the infield short legends course at Charlotte. Utilizing parts of the Roval, you'll see cones all over the racetrack. A lot of cone death anticipated here tonight in the Free V Series. My name is Chris Graham with the National Racing Network. Camera design and associate production duties tonight being handled by Mr. Connor Baldwin, following along here with Chad Irvine as he is out on the racetrack for his qualification session. This is an 8-turn road course that, quite frankly, we're working on learning the same way the drivers are. Oh, Irvine already off the racetrack. One of his laps going to be a no-go. Pick up here with Patrick Byrne in the DeWeather Center, number 27. Perfect segue to give you the weather conditions tonight presented by our friends at DeWeather Center. Offensively accurate weather for eastern Pennsylvania. 82-degree ambient temperature, 42% humidity. Wind's going to be out of the southwest at 13 miles an hour. Track temp of 86 degrees here this evening. Should be a pretty exciting race here. Track temps and grip should not be a problem. Wrong button, dummy. This is the first of a triple header here this evening as J.W. Miller goes to the top of the charts. 42.27 seconds. Get you those numbers up on the side of your screen. New quick time, top of the board. James Curtis in the number 88, 42.1 seconds for James Curtis. J.W. Miller, Mike Barry, Bill Walker, Patrick Byrne, the Bizzle will be your top 5. Felipe Ramos, Rick Cleary, Mike McCullen, and Chad Irvine, the 9 cars that have taken time. Stephen C. Thompson going to jump up to 3rd quick on the speed charts. J.W. Miller running one of those Castrol GTX paint schemes, very similar to the All-American Racers entries that Dan Gurney's team were so popular with over the years. Looks like everybody has made their attempt to qualify that will get a lap in here, with the exception of Jeffrey Davis. Following along here with Wes Shire. He's showing 2 laps on the board, but no times thus far for the number 16. Wes has managed to get himself down into the Sunoco-sponsored snack stand and bathroom building. Speedway Snacks is what we're seeing out of the infield. Wes, you can't park there. Looks like he's now trying to loop himself back around the backside of the building. He has gotten that accomplished. He's so far off course, we can't even see him from where from where he's supposed to be. Now Wes is back up on the racetrack. Quick pit stop to the men's room, taking care of business. That one is handled. Checking in the comments, seeing our buddy Chris Casbier say the weather car looks great. Yes, it does. Definitely loves the ladies a little bit more. The Onion, Connor Baldwin checking in. No Watt spin? Big sad. Yeah. Kind of surprised to not see James in this one here this evening. While we have a minute here, let's take a look at the results from 1 week ago. James Curtis picking up the win over Wes Shire. Bill Walker, Chad Irvine, Mike McCullen, your top 5. Led to a little bit of a shakeup in the point standings and a tightening of things at the top of the board. Wes Shire is still your points leader, sitting 17 markers ahead of Bill Walker, who runs in second. Scott Ross, third. Those 2 drivers swapping positions. Mike McCullen and Chad Irvine, your top 5. Cullen Johnston, a big mover last week. The biggest one, though, going to be James Curtis, up 11 spots to 7th after taking the win. Qualifications are over, and it is time to go racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Take a look at the starting grid and get you the starting lineup for tonight's race. James Curtis and J.W. Miller are going to occupy row number 1. Row 2 will have Bill Walker and Stephen Thompson. Patrick Byrne, Mike Barry on row number 3. Barry going to start 5th. The Bizzle in the 6th position. Felipe Ramos, Rick Cleary on row number 4. Scott Ross and Mike McCullen on row number 5. Chad Irvine and Wes Shire on row 6. Jeffrey Davis will be a did not start here this evening. These are timed races, excuse me. Field's going to get the green flag this next time by the start-finish line. James Curtis in the Surge Cola number 88 will be your pole sitter. The Castrol GTX of J.W. Miller to his outside. Bill Walker, Stephen Thompson on row number 2. Patrick Byrne in the DeWeather Personal Massager, I guess we'll call it. Will line up alongside of Mike Barry, carrying, I believe, the Team Lotus colors on the side of his number 64. Felipe Ramos is a Chiquita Banana. Rick Cleary, an unsponsored number 25 machine. Getting ready for a green flag here for this one. And as always, race fans, the start of the TNT Freebie Series is going to be all yours. Oh, huge carnage. We've got a wild wreck towards the back of the pack. Mike McCullen, Rick Cleary flipping wildly in this one. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay early on. Looks like it might have been Cleary that had the early issue. Oh, he gets on the binders. McCullen goes for a wild ride. Up and over the top of Rick Cleary. Heavy damage to the 22 of Mike McCullen. Cleary going to be able to continue, it looks like. As we go back to green flag coverage here, there's Mike McCullen sitting pit side. At the front of the field, 55 seconds in to this 25-minute race. James Curtis going to be your race leader over Bill Walker and Stephen Thompson. Seeing some trouble for Patrick Byrne on the racetrack. Let's get you a Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay of this one. Bizzle already Palmerton. He is way off the racetrack and into the pit area. So tough break there for the Bizzler. Got to make the U-turn to hit his pit box. Looking back towards the front, J.W. Miller. Big move on Stephen Thompson. Little bit of brake lock up. Hearing, sounds like we may have had some cars having issues. You'll see smoke out of the back of these things. That's just getting off the throttle. These cars based around a 1969 Volkswagen Beetle. Nice. J.W. Miller with the fastest lap of the race thus far at 42.14. Set that last time by. In fact, the top 5 cars all set their fastest laps of the race this last time by. That's going to be getting the tires up to temperature. A little bit more cone death here. Thompson having a peek on Miller. He's got to get way out of the throttle. Looking a little bit further back here, Scott Ross trying to get up on the back of that Chiquita Banana of Felipe Ramos. The amount of cone death here is just absolutely ridiculous. Trouble for Mike Barry. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. He got off the racetrack, over the curbing, down to the inside. See what happened here. That car just looped around on him. No harm, no foul there. Seeing Rick Cleary having an issue as well. See what happened to Rick. Kind of same spot on the racetrack. And same kind of deal. Oh, yeah, he got snapped around trying to avoid Mike Barry coming back on the racetrack. We'll show you the gaps here because there is, at this point, nobody close to each other on the racetrack. It's a full 1 second lead for James Curtis over Bill Walker as Curtis sets the fastest lap of the race at a 41.68. There's the intervals. J.W. Miller rapidly catching up to Bill Walker. He just made up About a second and a quarter in the last couple of corners. Coming up, a whole lot of racing action here tonight. Next up will be the TNT Bolt Series for the USF 2000 cars. They will take on the Streets of Long Beach in what is about guaranteed to be a very exciting race. We'll follow that one up with the TNT Shock Series making their visit to Indianapolis Raceway Park, or for those of you big on sponsor dollars, LORP, the Lucas Oil Raceway Park at Indianapolis. DeWeather Center checking in the comments here. Bizzle realizes it's a race to the front, right? I'm not entirely sure that he does. Let's take a look here. Pull up the Bizzler. Not sure what the issue was, but he did come into the pits early. Now running in the 10th position, but he's got a lot of ground to make up on Mike Barry. However, Patrick is one of the best at the oddball combos, and the V's on short racetracks like this are kind of right up his alley. As we get back to the battle for second between Bill Walker and J.W. Miller. Oh, and huge trouble for the race leader. James Curtis wrecks wildly. Take a look at the replay. See what happened here. Little bit on the outside of the racetrack. Hard into the inside retaining wall, and that is a concrete barrier. Curtis going to lose a ton of time. We'll see if he has to come back into the pit area. Jeff Davis checking in. Guy who, quite frankly, runs the Free V Series here for the TNT Promotions Group. A shame I'm not able to race tonight. Much love to all. What was a battle for second is now a battle for the race lead. Here's J.W. Miller. Oh, big-time hip check. Little left side loving there. Going to put J.W. Miller up to the race lead. We'll see if Bill Walker's going to give it right back. He dives back up to the inside. Has to back off just a little bit mid-corner. Great duel here for the lead, and it's allowed Stephen Thompson to get caught back up. So now it's a three-car fight for the race lead. J.W. Miller with an almost a violation of rule number 1. Oh, we're going to do it again. We're going to wad up first, second, and third. Huge crash for Bill Walker. That car tumbles up and over. That crest of the hill just seems to be catching everybody out. Big contact, and there's Bill Walker. Wildly tumbling, landing upside down. And he has to take the tow back to the pit area. Stephen Thompson also having to take the tow from that contact. Felipe Ramos and Scott Ross, they were battling for 6th just a couple of laps ago. This is now a fight for second, 8.5 seconds behind race leader J.W. Miller. Yeah, Palmerton and Palmerton. Yes, we've had it twice here early on in this one. James Curtis battling with Scott Ross. Now here's Wes Shire as well. Joseph Me checking in. Was that a deer? Oh, buddy, you win the night. Thank you, sir. Absolutely well done. Got to get that one up on the screen here. Joseph checking in on Twitch. Thank you very much for hanging out with us here. We are monetized on both YouTube and on Twitch. So you can send your bits and your bots and your all that kind of stuff. You can get all the emojis and subs and everything else here. Slide back here. Pick up Scott Ross. He is catching up on Felipe Ramos. Crayola Crayon taking on a Chiquita Banana. Quickly. The Weather Center checking in saying naughty bits. Yes. We do have naughty bits available on the Twitch feed. Or whatever it is that they are anyway. I'm not good at the socials stuff here. Let's run back through the field here. J.W. Miller is your race leader. He has an 11-second advantage over James Curtis in the Surge Cola, number 88. So Curtis, after hitting that wall, did not have to pit. Fell to the back of the field, getting himself caught back up pretty quickly, though. Wes Shire runs in the 3rd position. Coming up on some lap traffic here. Felipe Ramos runs 4th in the Chiquita Banana. Scott Ross 5th in that yellow Crayola Crayon. Jason Owens checking in. Holy crap, I was about to chime in on the chat and say this is the best head-to-head racing Free V has ever seen. Then the next thing I know, poor Bill Walker is heading to the moon. Yes. He was cleared for liftoff from pad 69C here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is the tightest fight on the racetrack right now between Ramos and Scott Ross. And Ramos able to open that gap up pretty quickly here. He's sitting about a second and a half. I see what you did here. The Weather Center checking in. This has got to be Clark commenting. Miller with that graphics package is a force to be reckoned with. Throwback to the John Force liveries. Jeff Davis. Fantastic. Banana versus Crayon, the race for the 3-year-old's mouth. I don't think we have an Oh Boy Oberto livery out here. We can take a look through the field. May have been J.W. Miller in the Castrol GTX colors is what you saw there. James Curtis going to have to deal with Scott Ross now. Battling for the 4th position. Serge Cola taking on Crayola Crayons. This one, the race for a United States Marine's mouth. Seeing trouble once again for James Curtis here. Also, Felipe Ramos having an issue. Both of those cars getting off track. They are able to stay on the racetrack. Felipe Ramos trying to get around the lap car of Bill Walker. Jason Owens. Yep, oil. Crappy beef jerky. Both will lube your colon. If Crayola and Banana are racing for a 3-year-old's mouth, what the F is Bizzle racing for? We'll let you be the call there. Get you a nice close-up on that one. Bizzle's racing for the 3-year-old's mom. Actually, about to get lapped. Jason Owens, that's not even a double entendre. Yes, it is. Bizzle Racing, because if he doesn't, he just explodes. Yes. Isn't that Blue's thing? It could be. That very well could be there, Joseph. Pick up Mike Barry and Chad Irvine. We haven't shown these two guys a ton lately here. Chad Irvine is in some kind of a beer livery out of Cincinnati, but I don't remember what it is and really don't care to remember it either. Actually, let's see if we can bring him up into the booth here. Let's see here. Chad Irvine, do you have a copy on us?
No, not at all, sir.
All right, buddy. We see you're mid-racing here and about to get lapped as well. So we figured it's a good time to bring you into the booth and chat. What is the sponsor on the side of your car? You told me it's a brewery out of Cincinnati, but I didn't care enough to remember.
Yeah, it's Rheingeist Brewing. Rocking the livery is actually designed after one of their cans. So it's for their Cheetah Lager. It is delicious.
Are you consuming one of those adult beverages while driving tonight?
An adult beverage, yes. One of those, no. I'm
Okay.
trying to get the sponsorship and free beer, but we'll have to. I don't know that that'll end up happening or not.
We'll work on that for you. All right, buddy. Thank you very much. We appreciate it here. We'll let you back to your race. So J.W. Miller able to clear both Chad Irvine and Mike Barry. Here comes the Bizzler. He wants to play in this one, too. That DeWeather, number 27. Well, he's going to try to get inside. See if he makes it work here. He's really going to have to stuff it in there deep. He does. A little bit loose there. Almost lubricated coming off the corner. Able to make things stick, though. Oh, but he's off in the grass. Definitely don't want to get it off in the grass. That's for sure. Slide forward, pick up the other banana in the field. That's Felipe Ramos looking inside of James Curtis. This is the fight for the third position. Wes Shire able to come around both of these cars, get up into second. Curtis able to open the gap back up. What's the Irvine cone count after he ripped that cone? A lot. Ramos all over the back end of Curtis. He's trying to get a spot here, trying to force James Curtis into a mistake. I don't know that you're going to see that happen. Bizzle is the one drinking Rheingeist. I mean, Blue Steel Vodka, says DeWeather Center. Blue Steel Vodka, the official vodka of DeWeather Center. Let me tell you, it is a damn fine vodka slushy, too. Good God. May have had a couple dozen of those at the DeWeather Cares Nice Tits kickball tournament this past weekend. How about a good battle here for second, third, and fourth now? James Curtis getting caught up to Wes Shire. Shire now going to be off the racetrack. He's able to keep control of it. But it looks like James Curtis will have that preferred line. We'll see if Shire's going to be able to keep it wound up on the outside. Is that a banana or a Merry Maid scheme? That could be a good one as well. How about it? Second, third, and fourth, all within about a quarter second of each other. Shire and Curtis going to continue to battle. Westshire in absolute no man's land, though. Trying to keep the momentum wound up. He is going to fall back behind James Curtis. Put the coal ahead of the coffee. Shire looking back to the inside. The amount of cone death in this race has just been spectacular. Get this one off to the Team I5G guys. Let's run you back through the field here as we are down to 5 minutes remaining. J.W. Miller is your race leader in the Castrol GTX, number 6. The 88 of James Curtis runs second after having pretty heavy contact with the wall. That V in particular built like a tank here this evening. Westshire runs third. He's up 9 spots in that Homestead Coffee, number 16, to be your hard charger of the race. Felipe Ramos in the 37. The Banana up to 4th, up 3 from where he started this race. Scott Ross runs in the 5th position. He is up 4. Mike Barry is down 1. And the comment coming in, if this race is 26 minutes long, they'd start printing milk cartons with Bizzle's pick on them. Oh, man. That's harsh coming from the guys who have their name on the side of that race car. That's beautiful. Chad Irvine in the Rheingeist, number 11, runs in the 8th position. Stephen C. Thompson down 5 spots from where he started, running in 9th. Bill Walker runs in the 10th position to round out your top 10 here this evening. James Curtis still with Westshire all over the back end of that one. Let's pick up Patrick Byrne, though. He's even closer to Mike Barry. Once again, the Bizzler going to get down to the inside. Slides easily into position number 6. That's where he started this race from, coming around Mike Barry. Barry not going quietly into that good night. Slide back up towards the front here is James Curtis and Westshire going to continue to do battle here. More cone death at the back of the shot. Now working 22 minutes, down to about 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Oh, big slide for Westshire. Felipe Ramos goes for just as big of a slide. He got it off the racetrack. Everybody's going to continue, but that will put an end to the battles here at the front of the field. Now everybody's separated by multiple seconds here across the field, with the exception of the Bizzler and Mike Barry. Oh my God, Bizzle with the easy glide into 6th. Yes. We'll have to remember that one for a while. Down to 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining here, and Bizzle able to open the gap up on Barry just a little bit. Oh, even more is Barry going to go around. Spins almost, comes to a stop, and he accelerates away. And, well, so long as nobody does something stupid, that should put an end to the race here. Seeing we should have about a lap and a half to go. J.W. Miller holding on to the race lead as we are down to just about 60 seconds remaining here in this race. And with about 40-second laps, should be right around the final lap of this race. Once we get through the victory lane interviews here, the stream will go offline. We'll be back. If you're watching on Twitch, it's going to be the exact same spot. YouTube, make sure you hit the next link up here on the National Racing Network. That will be for the TNT Bolt Series coming to you from the streets of Long Beach. Down to 15 seconds remaining here in this one. We will see the clock expire, and this will be the final lap for race leader J.W. Miller. Checkered flag going to be in the air, and J.W. Miller will claim the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. James Curtis, 21 seconds behind. Looks to be in line to claim second. Curtis comes across the line to secure his podium finish, and there's Wes Shire coming across the line to round out your podium here this evening. Take a look at after the checkered flag here. See what happened to Patrick Byrne. Straight lines the corner. Oh, there's Mike Barry getting a shot into the control knob of the DeWeather Center number 27. And unfortunately, that's going to grenade the motor on that car. So coming back here, they are absolutely trying to junk these race cars every way possible. Race winner J.W. Miller trying to do donuts, but he's basically just driving in circles here. Oh, there you go. He got a little bit of a chirp there. Looks like we have two of our top three finishers available here this evening. So let's pick up from the checkered flag here our race winner tonight, Mr. J.W. Miller. And J.W., you had a pretty good race going on there, and then all of a sudden the leaders were wrecking in front of you, and things just got very easy from there.
Yeah, we had a good race. Up at the front the whole time. We were lucky that a few guys had some mistakes, and that, yeah, we were kind of able to just sail away.
One of these corners, and I don't even know what corner it is, late in the lap, seemed like if you guys got a little bit wide, you touched the grass, and that was kind of game over. The car was going to be spinning into the inside wall. How difficult is this place, and have you ever turned a lap on this road course layout before tonight?
Not in these cars, but I believe in some Week 13 race I've done it before. But yeah, it's that final corner going into like that chicane, coming back onto like the NASCAR turn 3 or whatever. That was probably one of the hardest corners, where if you went wide, then you got in the grass, and it was kind of sketchy there. But yeah, no, it's a fun track in these cars for sure.
All right, JW, thank you very much for checking in with us here. Congratulations on the win. Let's get any thank yous and sponsor plugs taken care of while we're here, too.
Yeah, thank you to TNT, as always, for putting on these races, and thank you for broadcasting.
All right, buddy, thank you very much. We appreciate it here. Let's bring in James Curtis, our runner-up here this evening. We were just talking to JW about the corner late where if you clipped the grass, it kind of spun you to the inside. How did you not junk the race car there? It seemed like you hit a ton.
I kind of did. I caught that corner twice. It pushed me out wide. I hit the grass a couple times. That's what kind of kept me from having a chance at winning that race. I think I bent the wheel on the wall the first time, but it wasn't bad enough to really take me too fast off pace. So I was able to keep up and drag myself back up to second.
Yeah, we can see from the slow-mo here, that left front is absolutely skewed out. How much of a handful was that thing around this place after that incident?
It wasn't too bad, and it kind of it broke the correct way. So it really biases towards the right-hand turns here at that track, and it kind of helped me turn a little bit more right. The left-hand turns were a little bit more of a handful, but luckily there's not a whole lot of them there, so it wasn't too bad.
All right, James, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Let's make sure we get all the thank yous taken care of here, too.
Yeah, hey, well, thanks for everybody out there watching. Out there watching the stream, out there watching the Internet Network. You guys do an awesome job every week, and it's a fun race.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and let's get our third place finisher in here this evening, Mr. Wes Shire. And Wes, you're gaining 9 spots to be the hard charger of the race. Tell us about it. The car obviously was pretty quick to make up that many spots. You made up a lot of them on pace, and then it seemed like all hell was breaking loose a little bit as well.
Yeah, made up the first couple on pace, and then the rest of it was just everybody having moments to some degree, myself included once or twice there. That was an interesting race.
It was definitely a fun one, that's for sure. What are you thinking here now as we get ready to head off for the Bolt Series out there in Long Beach?
Really looking forward to this. I love Long Beach, love the USF 2000. I think this can be a lot of fun.
Yes, we are looking forward to it big time here. So we'll let you get ready to jump in the server over there if you haven't done that already. And with that, we are going to get ourselves out of here. Hop on the plane, fly over to Long Beach, California for race number 2 of the TNT Rock Block here on a Tuesday night. That'll be the TNT Bolt Series coming up here in just a few minutes. If you're on Twitch, make sure you keep things open. We will be back here in just a couple of minutes. And if you're on the YouTube side, make sure you find the link for the new race coming up here in just a few minutes. But with that, for Connor Baldwin and everybody else here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. It has been a pleasure to bring you race number 1, and we got 2 more coming up here. Until then, we'll talk to you soon. Have a good night, everybody.